Hey guys, I'm Laura, this is Ross, we're from Phoenix Elite, Mixed Martial Arts and Conditioning in Newstead, Brisbane, and this is our very first video log, for those of you at home who don't know what that means.
It can only get better.
It can only get better from here. Anyway, so we have our first question from the lovely Candice, and she has asked on Facebook, alrighty, what supplements would you recommend to take on an ongoing basis, or are they all designed to be used for the specific duration of a program or goal?
Yeah, first part of it is that I personally am a big fan of supplements. I use them a lot. To put it bluntly, Jesus dogs. To put it bluntly, I fucking love them. I'm kind of that kind of guy that goes into the supplement store and actually wants to buy everything. That's all pretty packaged. The supplement protein powders these days taste brilliant. I mean, when I first started taking protein powders when I was a teenager, they tasted literally like powdered arse. It's the best way I can put it. These days, literally, you can buy cookies and cream and it tastes like bloody ice cream cookies and cream. It's pretty damn amazing. And it makes my life easy, but I'm also a big. I get sucked into some of the marketing and some of the advertising, and that's probably a great place to start with my answer. Now, obviously, there's probably two different categories of supplements before I go into this. Your first is your sports supplements that you buy in your supplement store that's advertised in the bodybuilding magazines, and your secondary supplements are things that you're probably referring to a little bit more when you talk about in programs, which are your multivitamins, your fish oils, and all that sort of stuff. So we'll break the answer into two. The first one you have to be wary of. There's a multi-billion-dollar industry out there that will advertise and tell you anything to make you buy that product. One of the biggest myths, as an example, is when creatine first hit the market 10 or so years ago, 20 years ago actually, they told you stories about having to cycle it on. So you had to take it 4 times a day for the first 4 weeks so your body would absorb to it, and then another twice a day after that, so forth and so on. The reality is your body can only absorb so much creatine, so you're pissing most of it out. But if they sold you a kilogram of creatine, they wanted you to use it really quickly, so then you go back and buy some more. And that trend continues, if we use an example. So you'll get these wonderful marketing that will tell you, take this supplement and you'll gain 300% more muscle in the space of 2.5 days.
300%.
You laugh at the 300% part, but they actually do that. That's actually what they say. But there's ridiculous things. They increase your strength by 110% in an afternoon, or something like that. So be wary of that side of the supplement industry. Talk to people who know what they're talking about, and talk to experts. And I'll do a little plug here. Bobby and Stuart at ASN in the city are fantastic to go and speak to. If you have any questions about what suits you, so they're our go-to guys, and I learn stuff off Bobby and Stuart every time I go in there. I just discovered protein pudding and peanut butter. Fantastic little hint. That's something you can have all the time. You literally take that for the rest of your life, you'll be a happy person. The fundamental definition of the word supplement is it's supposed to be supplemental. So, for example, if your nutrition or your diet is lacking, or you're looking to add something, then you take a supplement. Whether it be you struggle to hit your protein intake per day, or carbs, or whatever the case may be, it makes it easier to hit it. We're talking about macros a lot at the moment in the gym. We're educating people on macros, and we think it's important. And in situations like that, where you get to the end of the day, you've not quite got to your macro goal or your calorie goal, it can definitely make life a hell of a lot easier for you.
Realm. So, Ross, I think that you might get this question, and you briefly touched on it, but what's a good time period and time frame to take something and then cycle off it? How long should you take it for? How long should you cycle off it for?
It's very professional of you.
Oh.
Turn into a bloody interview. There's no one black and white answer for that. Like you mentioned, pre-workouts in particular. Pre-workouts are majority of them on the market are stimulant based, meaning they're derived from caffeine, guarana, or something that basically causes a rise in your adrenal system, gives you an energy boost. To oversimplify, if you take pre-workouts for too long, you'll get those guys who'll tell you, when I first took it, I got a great pump out of it, a lot of energy. A couple of weeks later, I had to take 2 or 3 scoops. Don't be doing that. 2 or 3 scoops basically means that
Kill it,
drained. Or
motherfucker.
your adrenal, was that?
They said it would kill someone.
Motherfucker will die. We probably shouldn't joke about that. Someone's going to sue us or some shit. But like, it's a sign. It's an indication your adrenal system is shutting down. And it's no longer effective, and basically means that your thyroid is under a huge amount of stress and can lead to big problems. In that particular case, I would recommend 4 to 6 weeks on a pre-workout. Take 1 to 2 weeks completely off, and then maybe go back on. Whereas something like a protein powder, I mean, realistically, you could take that up to 3 months, 12 weeks at a time. But no matter what the supplement is, it's always something worthwhile to cycle on and cycle off. It's always good to give your body a time to get accustomed to not having it and not get too used to it. Effectively, the more you take it, the more ineffective it is because your body adapts to having it, so to speak.
Sweet. Well, hopefully that's a good first video, and Candace, hopefully your questions are answered. If they're not, let us know. Hit us up on Facebook. Thanks for joining us on our first vlog. We loved every minute.
It's not like you're selling fucking tails.
And we look forward to speaking to you next time.